Diddy all there is? Is this what represents hip-hop? This is what represents hip-hop in its entirety. That's not true. So what do we do now? If you look on my Instagram, if you look on all of my social media platforms, I created a roadmap that I felt could help. And I've implemented a lot of things that we can do as a society, in unity, to try to stop this from happening for our future industry. Do you forgive somebody for taking somebody's ass? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality, they're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain.
Pastor Bryant, shout out to Jamal Bryant, shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit, don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that interview. I don't care if you from the church or not. Like be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they not safe. Just tried to me and tried to kill me, nigga. And you want me to apologize?
If Diddy ever comes out of jail, Ray J is definitely going into hiding. Since Diddy got locked away, Ray J has been steadily exposing and doing interview after interview, publicly humiliating Diddy, while maintaining he has nothing to be afraid of. But a number of celebs are not happy about the things that Ray J has been saying about the Hollywood world. And now he's out here saying that someone is after him and that his life is in danger. Plus, he's also threatening Pastor Jamar Bryant, saying that he is the next to be exposed. Child, Ray J has always been messy. Just a big old drama queen, even at his big age. But ever since Diddy was sent to Metropolitan Detention Center, it's like he has cranked it to another level. Everyone has been ditching the Diddy freak train and not saying anything in support of or against him. And they're trying to save themselves. But the last person anyone expected to be vocal about the whole Diddy thing is Ray J, especially considering how close they used to be.
Allegations and everything that's been going on, it is definitely shaking this industry up. So the importance of unity right now, I think, is the key to a positive future.
Why do you think we haven't heard from anyone until now?
You know, I just feel like a lot of people are in shock. A lot of people are dealing with it in their own way. But in times like these, I mean, we should come together. We should talk about it as a community. It's easy to divide and point fingers, but unity is where you build. You can have a stronger future for the culture. I mean, Diddy's been an icon for decades. We've all listened to his music. We've all been around him, that at least in my era, and have looked up to him. And in this situation, it's super unfortunate, but it's important to learn a lesson, right now, and ensure the next generation understands how to move differently with transparency and integrity.
Ray J is basically out here letting us know that he is talking to the feds about Diddy and some of his questionable behavior. And child, it looks like somebody is getting immunity. Most of the people that wanted to come out against Diddy said they couldn't do so because they didn't want Diddy's goons bringing the hammer on them. And Sonia Norwood, Ray J's mom, ain't raised no fool. And Ray J either had something on Diddy that made him so confident that nothing would happen to him, or the bag he's making from doing Piers Morgan, TMZ, and a bunch of other news channels was so good that he couldn't pass it up. Or maybe Ray J is just doing all of this to protect himself. He's just as weird as anyone in Hollywood, and he probably has as many skeletons in his closet as the rest of them. But Ray J has his own drama with the whole Whitney Houston situation and the Princess Love mess, including the feud that he got into with Monica and his sister Brandy over them not wanting to come to an agreement about a joint tour. But word on the street is that he's ready to sing like a canary and help the feds build a better case against Diddy while simultaneously saving himself. He doesn't want to go down with the ship, and the feds are allegedly ready to overlook the things that he's done to give him a deal as long as he keeps giving up valuable information about Diddy.
They saying that people at the church doing it. So now I can't turn cheek to cheek when somebody hit me because now I'm thinking about butt cheeks. You know, it's like it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's just not adding up to me. And I think
But what Ray J is really doing is ruffling the wrong feathers. All of Diddy's sons, Justin, Quincy, and Christian, aka King Combs, all tried to jump him at a Halloween party. And Chris Brown, of all people, had to step in and break it up and remind those young men that they all had something to lose. Ray J demanded an apology, from which, of course, the Combs brothers were not ready to give. And allegedly, this isn't the first time, but the third or fourth time that they tried to step to Ray J for what he's been saying about their dad. And that was what made Ray J so mad.
Halloween party over the weekend. Can I
Unruly?
Yeah, Unruly.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
The party of the year.
Party of the year. Now, there's a lot, of information coming out about that party. Diddy's sons, getting into an altercation with Ray J.
Nobody's gonna press Ray J.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. I mean, anyone can come and try to press Ray, but it's not gonna happen. So
Okay.
that was an unfortunate incident, and it was a great party that got ruined by little kids trying to fight a big boy.
Okay.
And sometimes you just can't have that happen.
So I know that you, broke up the fight with Diddy's kids and Ray J with Chris Brown. Can you tell me about that?
I mean, it just was unnecessary. Like, everybody's all family one way or another, no matter what people are dealing with in the world. Even though the Combs family's dealing with what they're dealing with, Ray deals with his life, Chris deals with his life. There's no reason for everybody to be fighting. And I mean, listen, Ray is just not a guy that you're gonna go impress like that. And especially if you're at like one of our events, it's not gonna happen. Okay. So luckily, it didn't escalate any further.
Some folks out here felt like it was Ray J that needed to apologize because these boys were absolutely going to step to anyone who disrespected their father. Ray J promised that there was going to be retaliation and then sat down with TMZ to take his message to a broader audience.
Here's what I do know. People do catch and kills all day. And a catch and kill, I don't know if, of course, you know, but for the regular world, somebody has the truth, somebody pays you to keep it quiet, and hopefully that money that you got paid secures your happiness while you watch the lie continue to succeed.
I want to just make sure I understand you. What you're saying is what? That you know people who have been approached by women, men, whatever, who have said, give me money and I won't talk?
Here's the other way around that, Harvey. I'll give you money, please don't talk.
You are a well-connected guy. Do you know that what you've just described, is that going on now?
Yes. They want to talk to me. They want to talk to me about what happened to them. They call me. They feel like they can trust me.
Wait a minute. Calling you for what? Calling you for what?
Because they want to tell me about certain things that happened with them and Diddy.
Ray, I want to make sure I understand this. Are these high-profile people calling you because they've had some affiliation with Diddy that they don't want to come out and they think you might be the vessel for it coming out? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Whew. If Diddy's sons ain't want to beat Ray J's behind before, then they definitely want to do so now. And according to Ray J, they made another attempt to murk him.
Just tried to show me and tried to kill me, nigga. And you want me to apologize, nigga? Fuck you.
Ray J claimed that someone tried to take a shot at him, and he is dragging the good old Pastor Jamal Bryant into this mess.
Yo, I got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit. Don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that fucking interview. I don't care if you from the church or not. Like be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they're not safe in a place where they thought they were safe. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, we need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem.
Ray J was really on live threatening a pastor. Yeah, I know it's Pastor Jamar Bryant, gifted in gab and the manipulation of women, but he's still a man of the cloth nonetheless. And apart from what he does in the church, Pastor Bryant also has a podcast. And right before someone targeted him, Ray J sat down with him for an interview. Now, it looks like Ray J might have said some things about Diddy and other people that now he's scared to share with the world. Ray J threatened that if Pastor Bryant shares what they have on him, he's gonna drag him off the pulpit. Some people are saying that Pastor Bryant may have been the one to send the hit out on him, but it really doesn't look like he has the heart or mind to do anything like that. Now, if it comes to sleeping with Ray J's girl, then Pastor Bryant is a bit more culpable. Heck, he may have even done so already. But shooting at Brandy's little brother? I don't think so. And Pastor Bryant did speak up about it. Here's what he had to say.
Crying. Tell little boys contributing and planting seeds to their dysfunction. Stop all that crying. Boys don't cry. And boys who don't cry end up being men who don't cry. When we have scriptural evidence that Jesus looked over the city, and when he looked over the city, Jesus wept.
I was in shock.
Okay. What is it that, I mean, I know you said you were going to stick to the code and the parts, you know, it was a safe space. He said, I thought this was a safe space, and if you air the interview in its entirety, there's going to be problems.
Yes. So a week ago, I'm in LA, and I bring him on to record the podcast. In the middle of the podcast, he says something that I will leave. He says something.
Right.
That his lawyers came on the set of us shooting, saying that this is broaching something that has legal ramifications.
Okay.
I then say, in the middle, said, hey, man, this is a live to cut podcast. I don't do editing.
Right.
But this is my guy.
Right.
And I don't want him to have to pay money. I don't want to be liable. I tell you what, I'm going to edit this part, but anything else he says,
right,
we gone.
Because he's been warned by his lawyers.
Right.
So
Yes.
he knows that.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
We go on.
Once again, folks are pointing fingers at Diddy's sons for doing this and blaming Ray J for getting himself in this mess in the first place. Quote, oh, now I see why they was gonna pack Ray J out. He's wildin', bro. I feel like he's saying this because Diddy is down bad. End quote. Also, quote, Ray J gives me freak off participant. He's the only one talking and it feels like he's trying to get ahead of the story before his tape drops. End quote. And another quote, all Diddy's sons did was prove to the world that their dad is exactly who the feds and others say he is, and they are a part of the mess as well. End quote. But I want to know what you all think. Do you think Pastor Bryant was involved in some way with this incident, or is this all Diddy's sons trying to send a message? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.